Alright, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to your wrestling report. And tonight I'm going to be doing a AEW Dynamite from yesterday's, actually, the Maximum Carnage. My first impressions, bro, I'm glad that Samoa Joe's back. Honestly, I've always liked him as a wrestler, even in the WWE, and I feel like he was underutilized. Honestly, like the fact that he was pretty much delegated to commentary before he ended up leaving for AEW was kind of depressing because I thought he had amazing promos. I still remember back to he was in this segment with Brock Lesnar, and you look like he can hang, bro. To be honest, he is pretty much on the same league in terms of like trash talk and ability as someone like Brock Lesnar. But besides that, let's get back to the beginning of the show. I thought that the crowd in Cincinnati was pretty quiet the whole night. And on top of that, the arena looked kind of small. Like the way it looked like, it was kind of like the second row of the nosebleeds before the actual nosebleeds. There was a lot of gaps in between each of the seats, and it looked like standing room only for that segment. So it kind of made the crowd look a little bit less than large. You know how they're trying to cram the seats and make it look a little more full? I feel like it made the opposite effect for tonight specifically. But with the first match, Kenny Omega versus Brian Cage, to be honest, bro, if they didn't say it was Brian Cage, I would not even have recognized him. He looks like a basic creator wrestler in like SVR 2009. He's wearing like black tights. He's got like a regular ass beard. There's no more like Wolverine look to him. Especially when he had the mohawk. That's the Brian Cage that I remember. So it's actually kind of sad that he's been delegated to this. I mean, the Don Callis family seem to get airtime and all that stuff, him and Lance Archer, but it's pretty sad. The match itself was pretty good though. I did like the hard-hitting style. I mean, Brian Cage is known to be like a freaking steroid monster look, so obviously the match is going to be hard-hitting. And thank God for Kenny Omega winning. But then he gets taken out by the family. Will Ospreay and Mr. Marblemouth comes out to help him. And then the Continental Champion, Takeshita, comes out. And he pretty much lays him out. So it's kind of setting up the rivalry in the end for their next soon-to-be match. Also, one thing that I liked was Ricochet actually finally having his time to shine. The bad thing is, the match actually, or the promo, was pretty shitty. So, he didn't really say anything, and then when he spoke, he still reminded me of like a typical Ricochet, bro. Just straight nerdy look. He even came out looking like a nerd. But at least Swerve Strickland came out to try to get his comeback. Promo really wasn't anything special. I'm hoping that there's something that leads up further to kind of escalate this rivalry, because it seems like it's been 2 weeks now. They barely had any contact after the whole scissor thing, which was Ricochet's like pretty much his like solidified heel turn. So I'm hoping to see something of note, because right now it seems like Tony Khan once again dropping the ball and letting things just kind of die out before making it cook again. And speaking of things dying out, I feel like there hurts in the kid. I even wrote it in my notes here. Besides looking strong, I don't know, bro. This 3v3 match, it was pretty good, but I just feel like Shelton Benjamin, MVP, and Bobby Lashley should be going for more than this. They should already be fighting Private Party and just getting those tag titles already. Because they look like such monsters. They just look like monsters in the ring. And the way they were just throwing around pretty much everyone in Private Party and Mark Briscoe by the end of the match was something else, man. I feel like I need to buy one of those shirts to support, because I really like the Hurt Business shirts, but I never got a chance to buy it on WWE.com. And then some promos that I hate to be that guy, bro, but I was trying to keep my attention span for MJF and Jeff Jarrett, but bro, I feel like I don't really give a shit, you know? I hate that I'm saying that because MJF is like a very great talent, but it's so true. I don't really care about Jeff Jarrett. And I don't think I ever cared about that guy. I mean, they were saying like really truthful and hurtful stuff to each other. Like Jeff Jarrett was talking shit about pretty much um he was talking trash about MJF's mama, like literally his mom. And then um MJF was saying that he was like the top dog and all this hoopla, blah blah blah. And then he started talking about the Karen Jarrett, and I was like, bro, I'm finna take a piss break, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie to you. And speaking of piss break, I hate to say this, but Christian Cage versus Hook, I mean, except for a few moments in the match and what led up after the match, I felt like this match was only alright, you know? And I hate to say this because maybe I was getting burned out. I was kind of waiting for something exciting to happen because I got spoiled already with the whole Samoa Joe coming out, which I'm very excited for. I do love me some Samoa Joe. But I think the best match of the night was the women's Casino Gauntlet. I really enjoyed all the women here. We had Megan Bayne, Willow Nightingale, Julia Hart, Jamie Hayter, Chris Statlander, Toni Storm, and Harley Cameron. By the way, it's so funny how Toni Storm lost the AEW Women's World Championship, and she pretty much like had this amnesia gimmick now. She's got an amnesia gimmick, and even Mariah May is saying that thing too. They're kind of just like going along with it. So Toni Storm literally acts like a rookie. And the funniest thing was when she won today, or when she won the match. She won the match essentially with a roll up, and she's acting all shocked and all that stuff. And she's back to like literally her gimmick from the WWE, where she's like a rock star, even with like the thing on here. The funniest thing though is like her moveset. It's a snapmare, so literally the snapmare to the shoulder block. And she did this shit last week too, which is actually really funny to watch because it's like the most basic move, and she just spams it. Like she's playing like WWE 2K23 and just like spamming the same move over and over again, which I think is funny. But anyways, the main event, Powerhouse Hobbs versus Jon Moxley. The main comment is how nasty it was that Powerhouse was just literally biting the earring from Jon Moxley. Like he just kept biting it. And I was just thinking like, what the hell is happening? And then I come back from commercial break and then it's just gushing. Literally gushing. And I was just thinking, what is happening here? But I guess that was like the intrigue of the whole match. Just them doing that. But truthfully, bro, the match was pretty good. It showcased Powerhouse as like a legit monster. It took him so many tries. Jon Moxley. It took Jon Moxley so many tries, and with interference, to get Powerhouse gone. And he didn't get really pinned. He got submitted. He literally blacked out. So that's good. I mean, it made Powerhouse look really strong. But then throughout the match, it was just interference on interference, bro. It felt like a freaking bloodline match. And I guess that's what the Death Riders are supposed to be doing, because it's like they've got Claudio, Wheeler Yuta, Pac, Marina Shafir, and Jon Moxley. So there's five. There's five people in there. And so it's kind of expected for there to be interference. But dang, man, like interference the whole night? The whole match? Like, come on, bro. And it's still confusing. Like, I don't understand if people think Jon Moxley is like a face or a heel. I don't even know what he is anymore. I'm just kind of tired of the storyline. And I haven't seen him hold the freaking championship. It's in that briefcase? Is that what this whole gimmick is? It's just in a briefcase? But anyways, after Powerhouse loses, he taps out, or he passes out. Everyone beats him up, and then they fuck up his knee. His surgically repaired knee. And then good old rated FTR Cope comes out after everything's already done. So like it's pointless for them to come out at this point. But you already know it's gonna be, it's just like a precursor to their collision. What is it, like a 6-man tag match? Or 12-man tag? I don't even know what's happening. I think it's Death Riders the Learning Tree or King of New York with his two other people versus Rated FTR and some other people. I don't even know. But either way, I I mean this Dynamite Maximum Carnage show was kind of carnage. It wasn't maximum, but I did like some of it. Some other parts of it pretty dead, and I feel like the crowd, it didn't really help because I felt like the crowd itself was just like kind of, they were just kind of like, eh. You could hear like a pin drop in some of the segments, especially in the MJF segment with Jeff Jarrett. But anyways, if you like this type of content, keep an eye out for our SmackDown review. It should be me and my brother. Like, comment, subscribe, and as always, we'll see you in the next video. Peace.